3 cigars entered the studio. Only one gets chosen. Welcome to Trio on Trial. This is Stay Smokin.
Joe.
Hey, I'm Paul.
And I'm Cole.
And this is Trio on Trial, where we look back at 3 cigars that we, well, in this case, mostly me, smoked last week and decide which one we decided is the best of the 3.
Yeah.
Not to say there's a loser, not to say there's anything else, but just which one tops the 3. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
How you been anyways?
I've been good. A little bit tired today, actually. Been yawning
Same.
a little bit before the stream started. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, who isn't tired? I know you're tired as well.
I'm
so.
tired. Yeah, we had a bit of a late night. Lisa had to go to the hospital. Nothing serious, but she had to go to the hospital, and we were up until probably 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then got up at like 7:30, 8.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, rough night.
rough night indeed. But hey, Cigar Chief Coffee to the rescue.
Yep.
Your company to the rescue. Our stream to the rescue. This is where I get energized, anyways. So I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be awake,
Yeah.
and doing this, and about to discuss these 3 while we smoke a cigar of our choice. And so before we get into it, what are you smoking today? What'd you bring in?
Today I have a release from Privada. It is the Montenegro. There it is. Batista. It is aged 10 years.
Ooh.
So I'm pretty excited about it.
Now,
Actually,
does it come in a colored wrapper, or is it in a clear cellophane? And
it's clear cellophane and just over the age, over the time. Of,
put that in
sitting.
the overhead.
I was
going
gonna
to
say, yeah, we should do this under the overhead, and you can see.
And just look at the cellophane itself after you pull that out. Like, that is apparently clear cellophane going on, and look at that.
Yeah,
What does that say?
really aged.
Really aged.
Yeah, I'm expecting this to be a pretty good smoke.
Yeah.
Today.
Any
do you got?
idea of the flavor notes on that?
A little bit of cream. It is kind of earthy from what I've read.
Okay.
But I'm gonna find out a little bit more once I
We'll
start
find out,
smoking.
indeed.
What do you have?
Nothing surprising like that, but I'm basically having a Rocky Patel 1999 vintage Connecticut, a Perfecto, a little Figurado. I thought a little shorter smoke for today. With an unusual shape, just to try something different. I actually haven't had one of these in any other form yet. And I went out front and I was like, I want something a little bit milder than what I usually have, just for a change of pace, right? Like I'm always usually having Maduro, like a Mexican San Andres, something a bit more robust, a bit more bold, I guess.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, let's go for something a bit lighter today.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
This is what I'm going to try, and we'll find out all about it.
I smoked that last week and it was a pretty good stick. So if we have the same flavor profile, which we do, you should enjoy it.
Yeah, and I'm pairing it with actually a quadruple espresso, basically. No, double espresso. I shouldn't say quadruple. It's a double espresso. It's a pretty strong.
VR on YouTube says Montenegro Batista is fantastic.
Oh,
Well,
You're going to like
so
it.
we got the inside scoop. You know, we've had several of you mention that the cigars we're about to try for the first time. You're in for a treat. Like Rainmaker was saying when I had the Paul Stulak no dress code a few weeks ago. He's like, "Oh, you're in for a treat," and sure enough, it was a treat. I think like today, Puff Cigar. I don't know if he's here. Mentioned on his Instagram account that he was trying one of the 3 cigars that we're talking about today, the Don Garcia, not the Don Garcia,
Don
Pepin. And he was enjoying it, and he was enjoying it because he was following us and took it upon our recommendation to try it out.
Nice.
So that's one of the 3 cigars we're talking about. In fact, why don't I mention these 3 cigars before we get into this?
Sure.
I've already lit. I'm sorry. He said it was good, and I had to.
No, go nuts,
It.
go nuts. How's it going so far?
I'm just going for the one last light, and then I'm gonna start puffing.
Okay.
Xbonk 1 says, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. X-Bonk 1?
Xbonk 1.
I like the X-Bonk 1. X-Bonk. So the 3 cigars that, you missed out on 2 days as a result of, where were you last week that you missed out?
So I went to a concert on Wednesday.
Right.
And then there was another day that I couldn't make it.
No,
I think
Friday.
it was the week before that too, wasn't it?
Right. Well,
Yeah.
there was.
Oh no, interview with Claudio Scroy.
Right.
Yeah, and then the Wednesday I had a concert I went to.
Right. So, but you have had a couple of these anyways, I think, or just one of them? God, I can't remember now.
I've only had one, to be honest.
Okay, well, let's go through this. So the Don Pepin Garcia Original Lancero, that's this one in my hand right here. This this cigar, let me just get to the details. Nicaraguan origin, medium. It was rich and full-bodied. Cedar earth, espresso, cocoa, leather. This I super enjoyed. I was by myself on this one, but you've actually had this as well.
Yeah, I bought it, I think, the day after I got back and lit it up, smoked it here in the office. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, and Puff Cigar, this is what he had, what you had if you're watching right now, earlier today, I believe. He posted this as a recommendation based on us. So I'm like, cool. So that was one of the three that we had. The My Father La Opulencia Corona. That was what I had on Thursday, while you had, this is like last Thursday, every Thursday we do Trio on Trial and we choose our own cigars. And this was the one I chose based on Enzo up front, his recommendation. And based on this, he's 2 for 2 because he recommended Nuevo Comienzo. He recommended La Opulencia, and I really, really enjoyed it. This was a nice little treat. A little bit smaller, a little Corona than the Lancero, but man, it packs a punch. I really enjoyed that. Have you had one of these yet?
I have not, but it looks like a really good cigar, especially with that box press format.
Box press format, and it's my father. I mean, you can't go wrong with my father. Have you gone wrong with my father yet? Because I haven't.
Trying to think. There was only one that I actually didn't like, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the Connecticut edition.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Fair
just
enough.
a little too. It just didn't hit the spot for me. It wasn't creamy enough.
Okay. Fair enough. And we've been spoiled with the creamy Connecticcuts we've had.
Oh, 100%. Yeah,
Especially that.
the first stream we were on, I believe we had the Oliva, or
was one of the first. It was the first Oliva Reserve Connecticut.
I believe. Yeah.
Wow, that was as Cole put it, creamy, buttery goodness. But yeah, this specific one was really good. I enjoyed it. So I have my opinion on that without yours. So it's kind of unfair here amongst the trio. But and then the third one was the one that I enjoyed with Claudio during our interview. And this is the Foundation Wiseman Maduro Double Corona. And this, what's funny is we were so embroiled in our conversation that I almost forgot about the cigar we're smoking because I was just so into the conversation. But based on what he had to say, he's like, "Hey, Nick, the guy, the foundation owner, I guess." He said Nick knows what he's doing, and you can't go wrong with a foundation cigar. And he was right. It was a fantastic smoke. I just don't remember too much because I was, like I said, I was so engaged in the conversation. I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about the cigar, which is a lot of the times what a cigar is about, anyways. Right? I mean, enjoy, but also an elixir for conversation. So those were the three from last week. The last three we've smoked. But your thoughts based on what you heard and what you actually smoked?
Before we get into that,
Yeah.
Whiskey Up North says, I'm a huge My Father fanboy. I find their blends amazing. Those two are ones I haven't tried yet. My cigar of the year so far is My Father Blue. Enjoy, boys.
In My Father Blue. Okay, and a one that I have yet to have. Now you have
That's
had it.
another one. Now that you mentioned the My Father Blue.
Hot take.
Hot take, here comes hot.
I did not like the My Father Blue.
And what I've heard is mixed. It's kind of like, again, like cilantro or Dr. Pepper. You either love it or you don't. And I know a lot of people who swear by the blue and like say it's the best thing to come from My Father. My friend John, he's a My Father fan, and for him, it's the Judge.
Yeah, the Judge is amazing.
Like, I think, is it universally accepted by people who are into My Father? And I ask you as well out there.
I feel like it's a unanimous thing.
Unanimous thing that the
was
Judge.
Actually, that won Cigar of the Year too, didn't it?
Yeah, 2024.
Yeah,
2024.
that was deserved. I
So
think,
more recent. Yeah. Yeah. So like, what do you think of if you're if you've smoked a few different My Father cigars, which one is your favorite? And apparently blue is yours. You would say the Judge.
I'd say the Judge. Yeah,
same.
For sure.
Same. I've got a couple of Judges at home in my humidor that I'm waiting to.
See, I think the problem with why I didn't like the blue is that it's the first Honduran release that they've had, I believe, from Honduras.
Okay.
Most of their stuff is from Nicaragua, so I'm used to that profile from them and them using that tobacco. This one, definitely caught me off guard. And maybe if I smoked it a second time, because I only had one.
Right.
Second go around might change.
Yeah.
But I just have to wait and see.
It's funny because talking to Claudio, he was saying how these days, to differentiate between Nicaragua and Dominican, he goes, it's so complex and so advanced that it really is almost. I don't think he said these words exactly, but it's almost a misconception to differentiate between Dominican and Nicaraguan because of the advancement in growing, knowledge, skill, and so on, and blends or whatever, that it's not as important as it used to be, or as different as it used to be. But you know what? I still find that Dominican versus Nicaraguan, I'm also a bit more of a fan of a Nicaraguan grown tobacco.
Just something special about that tobacco.
Yeah.
The flavor profile hits right for me. So.
And I wonder if, again, when we're doing the Mystery Mondays where we don't know, I'm wondering if, like, sometimes, is it what we're being told or what we're thinking that's affecting what we're tasting?
True.
And it's so true, like we've said many times before, with not only sticks, but with tobacco, but also with wine, with beer, with spirits. How much is it the experience, the environment, the presentation, in the information about what you're about to enjoy? So it's really complex in that way, and obviously at the end of the day, very, very subjective. But Nicaragua versus Dominican, we both agree we prefer Nicaraguan tobacco.
Yeah.
So
Okay, sorry.
okay, more.
Before Cole gets into it, John says, hello, everyone.
Hey, John.
And Joseph says, the Don Pepin is my pick of the three. Never had any foundation cigars, but they make the Joe Rogan cigar. I enjoy some of my father's cigars. I picked the Le Bijou over the Judge. And then VR says his favorite, my father, is Gran Oferta.
Gran Oferta. Oh,
I have that
Gran
one
Oferta.
sitting at home right now.
I think I had that one. Yeah, didn't we have that in here?
I don't believe so.
I don't
No?
think, no.
But I think I've had it. I know Le Bijou. John, you've had Le Bijou and the Judge.
Those are two biggies.
Yeah, which one's your favorite between the two?
I noticed you haven't lit your
No, I haven't even lit my cigar. Well, so while you talk about
while I talk about these guys,
let me do that.
I'll go the other way around. So I'll start with foundation. I've smoked a couple foundations in my life, not this exact brand. I believe I've had the Blue Band, which is a same like blend, just a different wrapper. I know that foundation stands up. It holds its weight against other bigger, more known brands. So yeah, if I picked that up today and I smoked it, I know I wouldn't be disappointed. And smelling it just by sitting. Do you want a smaller torch?
No, I'm good.
Nope.
I'm good,
Okay.
thanks.
Just being in the room, smelling it, because I was behind the cameras at the time for the interview. Smelt amazing. Kind of gave off a little bit just by smelling it, a little bit of chocolate, if I'm right.
Yep.
And it was heavy on the smoke output. It was so bad I had to sneak out of the side room because I wasn't smoking. I'm busy behind the camera, so snuck out there to get some fresh air, and my eyes were just on fire.
You know what's
just
funny
from being in
is when we're in here, sometimes we notice how much smoke there is but it's like a frog in a boiling water. You don't notice until after we're done, when we walk out, how smoky it gets and how heavy the smoke is.
And I want to say that it's worse if you're not smoking, too.
By the sounds
you
of it,
you don't notice it, for one, and then two, like when I'm smoking in here and it gets smoky, my eyes don't really burn that much, right? But over in that corner, I was.
Maybe because you were higher up where the smoke is hanging.
True,
Right?
that's a good point. I never even gave that.
I got
any
down
thought.
to the ground.
Got down to eye level.
But to go to my father, this is one I definitely want to pick up.
You do.
I know that my father's stuff is solid. Like, a lot of people love it. A lot of people love the Judge. I think this kind of looks similar to the Judge, so I'm kind of expecting the same profile when I do smoke it eventually. But to move on to one I have smoked, the Don Pepin, amazing Lancero. From what I remember, it was chocolatey, a little bit of cream, and my God, was there a lot of smoke output on that thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, so I can't really vote. I don't really have a vote in this because
I
I've
do.
only smoked
I do,
one.
and this, although I have a decision, I'll be honest, it's really close, but it was there is a clear top of the three. It's hard to say winner because these are three winners for sure.
Yeah.
That foundation, all three of these are going to be in my humidor because they're all three are well worth smoking again and again and again. But at the end of the day, it's the Don Pepin.
Nice.
And it could be, I'm a little bit biased to Lanceros, as you know. It could be the size got me, but the flavor was awesome. But the flavor in all three was great. Again, the foundation, I was lost in the conversation, which is a great thing, not a bad thing. The Opulencia was just chocolatey goodness, and so was the Don Pepin. But I think what won me over everything was the fact that it's a Lancero.
And if people don't know, the Don Pepin actually is under the My Father name. Yeah, it is My Father's brand.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Or did I know that?
I believe Don Pepin was started by the father of the guy who
Pepin Garcia.
yeah, Jose Pepin Garcia. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was his original brand before I think the son started my father, and branched off into that.
So Jose is the father in my father.
Yeah.
Okay, so I really should know this history more. I'm just focused on the sticks themselves. The history, that's interesting. Considering I'm the storytelling guy, I should know this.
Yeah.
But anyways, now I do. So that's cool.
How's that? Real quick, how's that smoke
Okay,
going for you?
so right off the top, it's creamy. It's there's sweetness. There's a definitive sweetness to this, a cedar sweetness. I'll give it a few minutes. I've also have this coffee going, and it is an excellent pairing. This Cigar Chief coffee, it's basically, like I said, double espresso with a bit of cream. And yeah, this is, I think, Claudio said it best. What pairs best with cigars is whatever is grown in the same soil as tobacco.
True.
So you got cocoa. So chocolate obviously makes sense. When you have chocolate notes in the coffee, it makes sense because it shares the same soil, the same climate where it's grown. Obviously tobacco, chocolate, coffee beans are grown in the same environment. So that also makes complete sense. And what was the fourth plant that's grown in the same?
Cedar, like wood?
No, cedar is a northern thing, but oh my goodness, chocolate, cocoa, coffee, and sugarcane.
Sugar?
So anything
Natural
with
sweetness.
natural sweetness,
Okay.
yeah, that natural sweetness that comes from sugar. Like when you have a cola, when they say pair it with a Mexican cola versus a regular cola,
There's a
a reason
difference.
why. There's a difference. Anything that's sugarcane based, so cane sugar, anything sweetened with cane sugar will be better paired with a cigar. So if you get cane sugar in your coffee and a cigar, you're tripling down, and put a little bit of chocolate in there. You've got four of similar plants that are grown out of the same environment.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this pairs perfectly with coffee.
Yeah, he's 100% right on that viewpoint. This guy though, started out like right on the light cream, and it's developed into heavy cedar, like heavy. Like I just opened a cigar box and I'm getting a smell of cedar.
Or a cedar closet or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it's pretty strong in the cedar, and it's not a bad thing. I'm actually really enjoying it.
I can tell.
And the cream is still there. It mixes pretty nice. It kind of blends in with the cedar. It's kind of in the background, just kind of poking its head out once in a while, and then going away, and then coming back. So
Nice. This has been consistently creamy and sweet. I love the figurado. I like the little snub nose, and the taper. The taper is nice. A little bit big at the end. It tapers down as it goes. We'll see what that does to the aromas and the actual flavors as I go down the stick. But this
is that
really
a
tasty.
Figurado or a Perfecto?
It's a perfecto.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's. I'm glad I chose this. I'm going to thank Terry for this because Terry out front had mentioned when I was choosing my last Thursday stick.
Yeah.
And I smoked La Opalencia. I was recommended this at first. I said, I think I want something a little bit bolder, a little bit darker, maybe with some chocolate notes or whatever. That's what I feel like. And then she initially had recommended this to me. And then this week I said, you know what? I'm going to go back. I'm going to go and try what you recommended last week. So that's thanks to Terry. La Opalencia is thanks to Enzo. I must thank them again for this. This is very tasty.
So there's a little competition going out there. Who can recommend Paul the best cigars?
Well, now I'll have to say Enzo backed up Terry's recommendation. So Enzo I'll give him a full point. So he's 3 for 3 right now. Il Nuevo Comienzo, La Opalencia, and the Rocky Patel 1999. That's 3 for 3 for him. And Terry, so far, I'd say 1 for 1. I've taken one recommendation, and that's this, and so she's 1 for 1. Now, I typically when I'm looking around, Enzo the one that comes up and he goes, "Hey," and he leans over and he's like,
Yeah.
"Why don't you try that one? I tell you, trust me, you're gonna like that one."
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So
Enzo's a great guy. He's very funny, but that's how he talks. Right?
we should do a stream where it's instead of like Kayla prepping the cigars, we just go out and ask Like, what do you guys recommend? And whatever the first thing they recommend, that's what we smoke.
That's what we gotta smoke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that'd be interesting.
Well, I almost chose a Don Carlos number 4 today. And I was like, you know what? No, I'm in the mood for something lighter, and I'm always having a darker stick. So let me try something lighter.
And to add to that little stream thing, I think it should be someone who doesn't know our flavor profiles.
Oh, that's a tough one because they
That
don't watch
way-
the stream.
Does Carter know?
I don't know if Carter knows my flavor profiles. He might.
I don't think so.
No.
Well, then we
That's a
should,
good
yeah,
one.
we
That's
should do that.
one.
Yeah. And then just whatever it is.
Because Enzo knows my flavor profile like through and through. Because
Maybe
he and I
Jack.
share. Maybe Jack doesn't know. Yeah, Jack. doesn't
Jack would know mine, but
He
not
knows yours.
Paul's.
Again, so it's vice versa.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Zach. I think Zach knows. Ryan doesn't, or does he?
We can test.
Yeah. Or we could do basically like get them, all 5 of them to just suggest. And then if there's 2 or more, whatever has the most votes.
Yeah.
I don't know if that'll happen because there's such a huge variety of selection here at Chief. So it's tough.
See.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's kind of a little late.
Which, by the way, this code for today for the Don Pepin Garcia Original Lancero, it's this code today that we're about to give is only for this cigar. And for those of you who are like, I love this, well, you're in for a treat because you're going to get 10% off today if you order today with the following code. Don't give it away yet. We always have to guess this.
I'm going to guess long because it's a long Lancero.
Long also rhymes with wrong, so I'm not going to guess that. Original.
Original? All right.
Wrong.
You're just
Okay, we're both wrong.
We're both wrong. Pepin. Okay, you know what's interesting about this is that Don Pepin, every time we mention that name, I get a little, not flutter in my heart, but a little, warm memory. Because the executive producer at CBC Sports, where I used to work a while ago, it was Don Pepin. He was another mentor in my life. He was a guy who I could ask anything. And we were in Lake Louise, actually, having breakfast one day. And I asked him a ton of questions, and we had a great conversation. And Don is a great producer. He's retired now, great executive producer. If you ever watched downhill skiing, for instance, amongst many other things, but he was the master of any sort of downhill skiing that was done on CBC. Anyways, so whenever I hear Don Pepin, I think of Pep at CBC. But this is the code, PEPIN is the 10% off code here at Cigar Chief or at cigarchief.com online until midnight tonight for this particular stick.
Yeah. Yeah, use it on pretty much anything on the site. It stacks
No.
on top of
No. Just,
That's why he just said that, Cole.
I was
Just
zoning
let him
out for a
cook.
second.
just this particular stick.
My guy.
This one. You see? This Don Pepin Original,
Editor
Lancero,
enhance.
this one. Just
You get
put
the
it in
message?
your cart.
You get the message?
Put it in your cart. Use the code Pepin.
Well, who was besides Buff? Was it Josephus as well who said he liked this, or was it who
Like
else?
the Don Pepin?
Yeah.
that was Josephus.
Okay, so Josephus, this is something you should put in your cart right now. Actually, you all should put this in your cart because this is a tasty treat. And if you like Lanceros, if you haven't tried a Lancero, why haven't you?
Yep.
This is a great start to that journey.
I've got a few comments here. Whiskey Up North says, second go around, you find more
Nuances. Yes, you do.
from the blue. It becomes more buttery, more cream and cedar, and that my father pepper spice I love. I also find the Vitola has an effect as well.
What's the Vitola on it?
I had a petite Corona, I believe. Yeah, so pretty short and
Pretty
small.
short, yeah. And then Xbox One says, love the Foundation Tabernacle.
Yeah,
Yep, that's a favorite around here too.
I had Menelik actually. When did I have that? A while ago.
Didn't you have that on stream?
I had it on stream.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember. Oh, it was part of the Father's Day lead up to Father's Day,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And I forget when I had it exactly, or was it part of a Mystery Monday?
No, I don't think it was part of a mystery.
I think it was part of the Father's Day thing.
Yeah.
He says, so much flavor, smoke, a real chocolate bomb.
Interesting. That's the blue?
No, that's the Foundation Tabernacle.
Oh,
Foundation
okay.
Tabernacle. Yeah, I don't
We've
think
moved past the blue.
you can. I don't think you can go wrong with Foundation. I've only had 2 Foundations so far, and that's this one here, and the Menelik. So what was the one that he said he had? X-Bunk said he had, or Whiskey North? Sorry, I can't
Whiskey
remember.
North. It was the My Father one.
But which Foundation? Somebody mentioned Foundation just now.
Oh, the
Tabernacle.
Tabernacle. Sorry, that
Tabernacle.
was Xbox.
Xbox.
Bonk 1.
X-Bunk. Okay. Okay.
And then Smithy Smith, I guess this is more of a question for me. Hello again. I just wanted to know if I were to order a box worth of cigars, will my cigars come in a box or will they be shipped individually? Thank you. So if you want a box,
question.
make sure you order the amount that should be in the description of how many come in. Just make sure the singles you put in match the description box number. If you're not sure, reach out to customer service. You can email at info@cigarchief.com, or we have a toll-free number on our website as well. And make sure you put in the description you would like a sealed box, just to be sure.
A field box?
A sealed.
A sealed box.
Sealed box. Yeah.
SEALED. Okay.
Yeah. Just to double make sure. They will try their best. It's very rare that they'll be shipped in singles. Yeah, there's like very rare cases where that will happen. They will try. That'll be the first thing they will try, though, is to make sure you get a full box, like a sealed box.
When you look at the page to describe when you order the cigar, look at the very bottom. Let's say it comes in 21 or 25 or 20.
Yeah, it's like
really
box
depends.
of 21 or something.
Sometimes it's an odd number. It may seem odd, but if you order that particular number, like Kayla just said, that will not guarantee, but it'll be more.
Yeah. They pay attention to the notes.
Yeah,
so.
pay attention to the notes. Yeah.
Yeah.
How's this going? How's the
Say,
cigar?
good to know. Thank you. You are welcome.
Just to touch back base on it again.
You know, I'm still like this is now. I'm at the thickest point.
Yep.
Pepper is coming in a little bit. Not surprising. Nothing that's overwhelming. The sweetness has petered off a little bit. I'm almost getting like, dare I say, bitter? Not bitter in a bad way. A little bit of bitter coffee bean.
Okay.
But the sweetness that was off the top, like I said, not as heavy.
Yeah. So when you say bitter coffee bean, you're probably looking like black coffee, probably.
I'd say actually not bitter, more like a toasted bean.
Okay.
So it's not really bitter. It's not burnt. It's more of like a toasted bean.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes total sense. Yeah, I'm looking at the cedar. Remember how I said really heavy cedar? It's kind of disappeared now. I'm getting a little bit of light black pepper. And I feel like it's light just because it's got 10 years of age on it.
Yeah.
10 plus by now. Who knows how long it's been sitting around before I ended up buying it, right? Like in the Pravada humidors. But yeah, great smoke.
Do you think
Creamy too.
creamy?
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Now, do you think that the creaminess and the toned down pepper is as a result of the aging?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something I want to look into. I am going to be taking a course online about this sort of stuff, so I'll know more and more as we move along. But I imagine, yeah, much like a wine, much like a scotch, you know, the tannins in a wine start to becomes just smoother, the more aged. It's much like a scotch becomes smoother. So I imagine the cigar, the same thing.
Yeah, I would love to see like some of the notes that Pravada has before they age them. Like, what are the flavor profiles here? You know what I mean? So I can kind of compare to what it's supposed to taste like and what the age has done to it.
Yeah, you know, that's an interesting question because when talking to Claudio, you go in with a mindset of, okay, this is what we want it to taste like. Now let's go into the cigar kitchen, if you will, and put together the ingredients that will bring out that flavor we're looking for. But if you're looking for something that has to be aged, now the leaves themselves get aged. So the tobacco before going into the blend is aged. But what about the aging process that's taken into account after the cigar has been rolled?
True.
Like, how do you monitor that? How do you gauge that? Like, okay, this is going to be rolled and then aged for 7 years after it's been rolled. How do we, like, okay, we're going to wait 7 years and test it and hopefully it works out. Oh, well, we got to wait another 7 years because we messed up.
Or you age it for 7 years and it's totally like gone just because like what you intended for is not there.
Yeah, I imagine there's a lot of those moments. And that's something that, I mean, we talked about aging process. We talked about, but that's in choosing the tobaccos that are already aged as opposed to what we just said. Yeah. I'd be interested to see what Claudio or some other master blender would have to say about that, what their thoughts are on aging a cigar after it's been rolled. Once again, having a coffee with this or any stick for that matter, it just doesn't make sense.
It works.
Yeah, which is why again cola I guess kind of works too because it's based off of the same sort of idea.
Yeah, sugar, cane. Well, most pops up here, right? They're going to be regular sugar.
Regular sugar. If you
cane
can get
sugar
that,
mainly.
like a jarrito. like the Mexican colas, or PC actually here in Canada, President's Choice Cola. They had for a while. They don't make them anymore. They came in 4-packs and slim cans, and it was cane sweetened colas, and it was very different. In fact, it reminded me very much of the Tucola in Cuba. If you've ever been to Cuba, the cola there for your rum and coke, it's not rum and coke, it's a rum and cola, a rum and Tucola, Tucola, and theirs is cane based. It's a very unique tasting cola.
Yeah.
And so when this PC, well, every time I after come back from Cuba, after trying to get a proper rum and coke, it would be a Coke or a Pepsi, and it still wasn't the same. It's like, what is it? And I'm like, oh yeah, of course, it's not cane based. And then PC came out with this cane based cola. So first one I ever tried with that, I was like, oh my goodness, this is just like back in Cuba.
Yeah.
And so if you really want to have a cola with your drink, try and find a cane based sweetener.
Yeah, I know Jones Soda, the one that we love so much, actually is all cane.
I was
those
gonna
are
say
good.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, those are good with cigars.
Except for the Quantum.
The Quantum, yeah, don't drink the Quantum with
Didn't
a
make
cigar.
any sense at the end of the day, did it?
No.
What was the line again? Like we said, like, so how's it going with? Oh, we were talking, then you're like, a little update on the pairing with the Quantum and Cole. Nothing.
Yeah, some pairings for sure 100% don't work.
Well, you know what? Allow us to test, and then you can take our recommendations of the pairings. Allow us to do the crazy. Okay, I'll say this. Cole gave me a Mountain Dew Voltage Blue Raspberry, something that I would never, a glow in the dark antifreeze. And first of all, it was super sweet. I couldn't even drink it on its own. But as a pairing, it didn't work.
No,
but hey,
I
we
agree.
tried. We tried.
Yeah.
And we'll do that for you. For you, we will try these different
Someone
pairings.
has to do the science experiments, right?
And we'll be those crazy scientists. But having said that, there's nothing crazy about today's pairing. The coffee, the Cigar Chief coffee that I'm enjoying with this Rocky Patel Vintage 1999 Connecticut, perfection as far as pairings go.
Get some air flowing here.
Yeah, well, while we get the air flowing and we continue smoking, it's probably time for us to say see ya.
Yeah.
Any final
unfortunately.
notes on yours that you're smoking right now?
Great cigar. I wish there was more here so I could buy more. I really, this is one of the moments where I'm kicking myself in the ass for not pulling the trigger on a couple of them.
And what is it again?
It is the Montenegro Batista. It is released by Privada Cigar Club, and it has 10 years of age in it.
Yeah, that wrapper certainly said as much too. Wrapper, the cellophane, I should say. Yeah, look at that. So brown. Yeah.
There it is.
I'm about halfway through, and I will finish this when we go off stream. My 1999 vintage Connecticut from Rocky Patel. You know what? I don't normally go for Connecticut's. If I do, it's going to be a Villager Creme or an Oliva Connecticut Reserve.
Yep.
Add this to the mix for me, definitely. Especially this Perfecto Vitola. I love it. I actually love it. I will have this with my coffee, and rotate the more Connecticut's as I learn more about them. And this is certainly one of them. So a tasty treat. Again, the Don Pepin. Original Lancero is the cigar out of the trio on trial. The three that we tried last week was the one that we chose with the 10% discount code up on the screen right now until midnight tonight, Eastern Standard Time on cigarchief.com. Or if you come in the store, just say Pepin, and they will understand.
VR says, try Yamazaki 12-year. It goes with every cigar.
Yamazaki 12. Oh, so the Scotch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's taste. That's a. I keep on saying tasty treat, but when I say tasty treat, it's a tasty treat. That's a TT squared. All right. So tomorrow, a little hint at tomorrow, we're gonna have somebody's favorite snack, and it's gonna be. I know that we both know this cigar. Oh wait, have you had what we're having?
I have
tomorrow?
not smoked this one, but I know exactly what cigar we're smoking tomorrow. So
yeah, and I'm excited. I'm excited about it too. You will be as well, especially when you find out the price point on it.
Oh yeah,
it's highway robbery. I tell you, it's such a good price. Anyways, that's tomorrow. Stay tuned for that, and we'll also give away a code for everything in store and online tomorrow. Meanwhile, until then, stay smoking.